Hello all. Uh, already messed up, but that's okay. Gamers, pixel pushers, and fellow button mashers, the arcade is now open for business. Herzlich willkommen to my German viewers, if there's any yet. Today we're going to try and make a Fakemon on Resprite, which I've messed around a little with already, just kind of seeing what we're doing. So first we're going to change this color here, because I want a very specific color. Because we're going to try and make Jexta, the mascot. This one we're also changing, because again I want a specific shade. This is part of what I messed around with beforehand. Okay, and I'm using a Wacom tablet, by the way. Hopefully you guys can hear me better. I do apologize that I was drowned out a little bit last stream. I swear that was not the intention, but hopefully it was a good enough learning experience. So we're gonna make a Fakemon. Maybe not there. Let's see. And it's going to resemble, you know, something like Kirby or Jigglypuff. I know Kirby's not a Pokemon, don't come at me with that. Just to give you an idea. We're going to add a new layer. How do I do that? Let me see. Do I right click? Yes, new layer. Awesome. Okay. Now we're gonna make eyes, because you need eyes. Zoom in a little bit here, so I can be accurate. Nope, that was way too far to the side. Whoops, that's okay. Let's see here. So we are going to make... I was, like, when I was messing around, having it more face, like, to the side, but we're gonna have it stare straight into our soul. It'll be cute, don't worry. So far it looks like a shy guy, but that's not really what we're going for. Okay, let's make another layer for the pupils. Like I said, it's going to stare directly into our souls. It's just... I'm kidding. Kind of. Anyway. Now this is one of my first times using this, not entirely, but still. So if I'm doing things wrong or in a way that you don't like, I apologize. I'm learning and you're learning with me. That's part of the fun. So we're gonna zoom, and we're gonna fill. I'm going in between my mouse and my Wacom, by the way, just because the Wacom doesn't work great for every little thing, I've noticed. That's okay. Okay. And we're using that color for the highlights, because that's the color I like to use to highlight in general with this color scheme. What to do for the mouth? I'm not sure. Maybe it won't even have a mouth. Who knows? We're going to go back to this. And we're gonna mess with the hair, or what would be hair. Again, this is gonna be pretty rough, but I'll learn. You'll learn, I'll learn. It'll be all good fun. Again, I hope you can hear me better, because that's a bummer that you couldn't before. But that's okay. I'm gonna pick this color. I did try and do this on my tablet, but found it way too frustrating. So that's why we're doing it on this guy today. You know what? I should probably do this part first and then add the green. That'd probably be better. This would be some kind of like psychic, fairy. I don't know. I'm drawing inspiration from, like I said, Kirby and Jigglypuff, and the Ultra Beast Blacephalon. I know, that one probably surprised you guys, huh? But I really like the design of that because it's very clown-coded, and the name Jexta, if it isn't clear, which I'm sure it's probably not, is a mix of gesture and juxtaposition. So I very much want it to be clown themed to a degree. We'll have one side go up and one go down. That sounds like a plan. I have to remember to narrate everything I'm doing. Otherwise it's gonna be boring for you guys, and I don't want that. I mean, it probably wouldn't be the biggest deal in the world, but still. And then we're gonna go like that. Fix that a little bit. And then we're gonna fill with this color. Awesome. Let's zoom out a little bit, see what we're dealing with so far. That's something. Still have no idea what I'm doing for the mouth, however. Maybe we'll use this guy. And we're gonna use white, I think. Something maybe like that. That's probably good enough. And I know there's a way you can outline things, but I honestly... Oh, whoops. I honestly can't think of it right now. But that's okay. I did watch a quick little tutorial thing about that, but I honestly already forgot, so we're just gonna carefully do it ourselves. But that's so much easier with the tablet, or with the Wacom, I mean. And so much more difficult without it. Because I'm left-handed. And that means, yeah, the whole palm rejection thing doesn't work the way it should on my tablet, so I end up hitting things I really don't want to, which is not fun at all, and I would not recommend 0 out of 10. Definitely, if you're a left-handed person like myself, get a Wacom tablet. It's so much better. Like, really it is. Absolutely 10 out of 10. And mine's from 2013 and it works just fine. I plan on getting a new one at some point, but for right now, this works absolutely fine. Like I said, it's not perfect, but I mean, progress over perfection, honestly, is my life motto, so you'll probably hear me say that a lot. It's not anything bad, it's just what I like to see. Am I not live on YouTube? Hold on. I should be live. Hold on. Let me confirm that real quick. If I'm not, then that's kind of annoying. I can't tell if I'm live right now. Okay, I am live. Okay. But okay, I am live and I can hear myself, so I really should probably close that out. That's good. Okay, so I am live. For some reason, I just didn't want to show that I was live for whatever reason, so excuse that. That was just a minor hiccup. Going back to this. Come on, tablet. Come on, welcome. Come on, cooperate with me, please. Oh, I'm pressing the button by mistake. That would be why. Excuse that. And if you can hear any talking in the background, that's not my fault, but, you know, I did tell a specific time, so hopefully that'll be respected. But whatever. I can only say so much. Oh, anyway. I know this black outline's not the prettiest, but it'll work for now. So, you know, that's good. And whatever talking's going on in the background should go away pretty soon. So, do keep in mind I am currently live. I love you. Anyway, trying to fill the air, so hopefully that's not the obvious thing you're hearing the most. Hopefully if you do hear it, it's not much. My mic should hopefully pick up me more than anything else, but it's not perfect. Progress over perfection, though. As I was saying. For my first sprite, I mean, come on. This doesn't look too bad, right? Oh, I remember one detail I do want to include. Is her ahoje. But in green, so it stands out. And it adds to kind of the whole psychic type thing. Which I think is a lot of fun. There we go. And we'll go ahead and do a nice black outline of that. There we go. Because they do have an ahoje, but it's pink like their hair. But given that this is meant to be like a Fakemon or a Pokemon, that's a little different. And this time I'm also recording the stream as well. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Let me think. What else can we do here? Oh, you know what? Something else I did kind of want to try is putting little things on it. Like so. This is the part that's supposed to kind of look like Cephalon. And we're just gonna... These are just little balls of energy, I guess, that are just kind of there, whether they like it or not. That's why they look so distressed. They're like, what is this? This is the worst thing in my whole life. No, it's fine. But they're just meant to be... Actually, you know what? Let's go back a little, and we're gonna do something a little different. Let me see. So instead of that, I'm gonna make it red. And we are going to make glitches. because that goes with my thing. Given that I do want to actually get into speed running, so you can look forward to that when that happens. Because trust me, that will happen. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen. So definitely look forward to that, anyone who might be watching. And I'm trying to do better about posting like stream, schedules and things like that. I don't know if this is looking like how I want, but again, I'm learning. Maybe if I do like a okay. I'm sure it looks pretty whack, but you know what? It's okay. She looks like she's having a bad day. Okay, I feel like I should outline the eye highlights so that they're very obviously eye highlights and not part of the glitch effect. So let me do that real quick. I'm so glad I decided to get this on the computer instead. Because it was a real pain in the butt trying to do this on my tablet. Let me tell you, I kept hitting everything because of my stupid palm, because I'm left-handed, as I've said. Should it have some kind of nose? No, it doesn't need a nose, it's fine. Maybe it breathes through its hair or something silly like that, you know? The hair almost looks like DNA. That wasn't my intention, but at the same time, for this, oh, it's a psychic type, that could actually work. So here's our guy so far. Okay. Now, oh, is that how you do transparency? Maybe. Okay, let me see. Let me add a new layer. Let me take a drink because my mouth is dry. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry, we're back. Now, let me think. What do I want to do here? My stinking Wacom thing would work. Okay. I mean, I guess we can go back and focus on shading. Hold on, I can't see the layer thing. Excuse me. Okay. So we'll grab... Oh boy. So we're gonna grab this. We're gonna make it a similar color. Maybe something like that. Let's try that. Okay. Now we're just shading, trying our best to make it look cool. Hopefully it looks pretty neat. I don't know how this will translate exactly, but we can give it like under eye bags to show the stress that it's under all the time. Sorry, I should talk a little bit louder and clearer, I'm realizing. Sorry about that. Again, progress over perfection. That does look better. Okay, so I know I keep moving the camera, but that's because it's leaning up against my laptop, and thus I can't see the corner it's covering. So that's why I have to move it. I will be getting a gooseneck holder thing for it, which is already on its way, so that I don't have to do that. But for right now, that's what we're dealing with. So, apologies. Now, let me see. Could I make a new layer where I do the same thing with that color, but instead I just kinda color it in like this to show it's like energy around it. Again, I'm not sure how well this translates to like the final product, but we're having fun here, and that's the main thing, right? We're just here to have fun, get to know each other a little. Since you couldn't hear me talk really of the last stream, we can go over kind of things I like once again, and also the PowerPoint wasn't exactly in frame the right way as well. So, you know, there's that. So like, what kind of stuff are we gonna do on stream? So we're gonna do things like this. For the next few weeks, I'm gonna be using Resprite as my workshop Wednesday. That's another thing. Each day that I stream is themed, so hopefully that helps you look forward to more things. Like Monday is Monday Moments, where it's just kind of like a chill, you know, we play a chill game and we just kind of talk and chat, get to know each other, Q&A, that kind of stuff. Then on Wednesdays, like today, it's Workshop Wednesday, meaning that it's going to be a day where I learn something new, or like I learn how to use a software, or eventually I'll like build something, or solve a jigsaw puzzle, or you know, like different hand cam things. But until I can get that set up, it'll be things like Resprite, Muse Score, maybe like Synth 5 or Synth V, I don't know how people say it. I've never actually heard it, I just see it's a similar program to Vocaloid, if anyone's familiar with that. And I'd like to use that versus Utau, at least for now, because Utau is a little too much for me. Okay. So now we're gonna do like a really... Nope. That did not work. That's okay. Sorry, we have to do the transparent filter here. This is almost like, interesting. Sorry, I should talk so there's not a lot of dead space. I don't know if the music is loud enough for you guys. If it is, great. If it's not, again, I apologize. I'm learning. And it's gonna take a bit of time. I mean, I'm a brand new streamer. Of course, it's gonna take a lot of time. But I wanted to do this. I wanted to have fun and make it cool. And this looks like a tomato. What am I doing with my life? They look like a tomato. That's so silly. They should not look like a tomato. Let's just cover that up a little bit so it's less red. Make it more pink. Whoa. Did not mean to do that. Apologies. I accidentally held down the button on my pen. My stylus pen. And we're gonna make the green stand out because it's meant to be like psychic energy. So because it's a psychic ghost type, basically, is like the idea. We're gonna make the whites at the eyes stand out a little more. Oh, I'm so glad I decided to do this on the computer, and this white as well. There we go. hopefully that gives an idea. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me remove what I just did. We're gonna make it transparent. We're gonna do this. Yeah. This shows that it's energy, psychic energy. Whoa, look at that. So, like, for instance, next week will be Kirby week, by the way, and I will be using that as I'll be using this once again, but we'll be making a copy ability for Kirby. So it'll be Kirby as the base, but with some kind of ability. So please, like, brainstorm some ideas and come up with some stuff for that, because that'll be a lot of fun as well. Sorry if you heard any of that. That was a dog, well, scratching itself, you know. This looks really messy, but at the same time kind of cool, and I'm kind of digging it so far, even though it looks very chaotic. Like, this is probably not how you're meant to make a sprite on Resprite. But, I mean, what's the fun in doing it the right way, right? Oh, come on. It's much more fun to just experiment and see what it does, and how I can use it. I mean, it looks pretty chaotic. It looks almost like a abstract painting, which I don't know if I like that or not. And we can call it, like, I don't know. Let's see, like, Glitchta? Glicta? Glixta? Glexta? I don't know. We can just put Jexta. We're only about a half hour through, Jesus. I'm trying to think, what can we do? Because I do have this slot from 4 to 6, but we could wrap it up around 5, since it's, you know, an art stream. I mean, I guess we can start, like, a new thing. How do I get out of this? How do I get back to my thing? Hello? Oh, up here. There we go. Oh, and it's just zoomed out a lot. I see. Okay, we're back. I think. So can I move this so it's like... Interesting. Anyway, sorry. I was just seeing what moving it to different areas did. Again, I'm still learning. I know, I've said that so many times. I'm sure you're getting sick of hearing it. I apologize. But at the same time, as a streamer, I do have to kind of talk to fill dead air. Otherwise, it's going to be dead air. Nobody wants that. However, I will be editing down this into a much smaller, easier thing, hopefully. Something that's maybe 20 to 30 minutes that you can watch and be like, oh, okay, that's what they did for the stream. That's fun. But we'll see. And at some point we will actually be getting a proper profile picture for Jexta that actually looks like them, that I have commissioned an artist on Etsy for, you know, like, it was like $12. It was on sale, and once I have the picture, trust me, I will put the artist in the description, so you can give them support as well, because they're not done yet, but the progress and stuff they've done is very nice, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm not really sure what else to do here. I guess, here, hold on, let's try and make like a, like, where is this found, I guess, like, where is this Pokemon found? Like, let's make like a place. Let's see. So this for like the ground, and then I guess we can make like a Pokemon Center or something. Huh? Sorry? Okay, probably just be easier to do it this way. Sorry, apologies. I'm just trying to select things, and my Wacom tablet does not love doing so, apparently. So we're just gonna work with what we have, and that's why I keep switching between that and the mouse. Okay, now we're gonna fill that with a much brighter red. Okay. And then we're gonna use white on the bottom, and if I have the order wrong, I do apologize. This is just, that's not what I meant to do. This is just off of memory. So if I have the order mixed up or something, I swear it was not my fault. That makes no sense. Sorry, it was my fault. If I could stop doing that, that'd be wonderful. Sorry. I actually can't think of what the button's color actually is. So this is literally just me trying to make it from memory. And if it's not correct, again, I apologize. I don't have, like, I can't look up an image to use as reference, so, but that's okay. It's a learning curve. And this would be like, I don't know, like the side of the building, I guess. I don't know how I feel about trying to draw a proper door, but we'll see. Okay, sorry, that was more of my mouse moving. What am I doing? Hold on. I can use this straight line thing instead. Again, I'm also blanking on what exactly doors look like in this stupid stupid game. I don't know if that actually accomplished what I wanted, but it's okay. I was just trying to erase a little part. Now let's make the grass green. And let's grab a different color for the window, or like the door. I want it to be vibrant. Why? Where is the transparency slider now? Oh, this. Okay. Because I want it to be transparent. Because you can see inside, typically, right? I think so. Okay. You know what? That's okay. So we have a Pokemon Center. I know. Barely looks like one, but I swear it's a Pokemon Center. Let's see. Can I... Yes, I can, but it's very small. Okay, you know what? Here, we're gonna do... Sorry, a bug just flew by my head. Just a small fly or something. Really not a big deal. Okay, let's see. Let's do it this way. And we're just getting rid of that line. Not that line. I don't know why I tried to do that. Okay, and then we're going to grab the white and get rid of this line. Yeah, that's probably good enough for that. Okay. And that one's perfectly fine, although now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like one of these should be brown or something. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Again, if you can't hear me super well, for whatever reason, I apologize. That is not, like, I've tried so hard to make it so you can hear me. So hopefully you can. We're just doing this to try and get rid of those lines. And then we'll fill. Oh my goodness. We're not filling that. Me. Okay, you know what? That's good enough. I know, but it's good enough. And then that's what we have for that. Okay, so we have that. And we have a Pokemon Center with maybe like dark blue. Maybe some like some clouds. And I no longer have that green grass color for some reason. But that's okay. Okay, so let's see here. Let's get a nice darker green color for shading purposes. Oh, apologies for the timer. That's something I can't really control. Okay, I'm back. For real. Not muted. Okay. Let's see here. What are we doing here? We are now going to try and shade here. How do I want to do this? Shade underneath here. There we go. To show that it's, you know, actually in the world. And it's got moonlight on it probably, which is why it's got a shadow even in the dark. But that's okay. Yeah, this is not the best picture, but you know what? I'm learning. What else? What else? What else? Is there anyone in chat? I don't know. I don't know, but I am live. It's okay. Sorry about that. I don't know if that could even be heard, but if it could, I apologize. What was I doing? Do I want to outline these clouds? No, probably not. That would be way too harsh. Let's go back to this one. Is there anything here I can do? No, I'm pretty happy with how it looks. It's very chaotic, but at least it's something. And then this is where it's found, just at a normal Pokemon Center at the dead of night. Well, in the evening, actually, not the dead of night. Because I feel like you wouldn't see clouds, depending on... no, that has nothing to do with the time. I don't know what I'm saying. Clouds can be there anyway. So yeah, next week is Kirby week. On Monday I'll be playing Kirby 64 in the Crystal Shards, so that'll be a lot of fun. Never played that one before, but I've heard it's quite chill, so hopefully that'll be a good one that we can just kind of chat over. Wednesday will be Resprite again, but we're going to be making Kirby with a new copy ability, so that should be a lot easier because at least we have a base to work with. And then Friday is going to be First Look Friday, and that's going to be Kirby Triple Deluxe, I believe, is what I decided on for that one. And then on Sunday, Retro Game Night. This week is going to be Heart Gold, Pokemon Heart Gold, but next week it's going to be Kirby Superstar Ultra, so that's going to be a lot of fun to explore. Apologies, Superstar Ultra is Wednesday, but Friday. Sunday of next week, I apologize, is Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. So Superstar Ultra is for that Friday, and that Sunday is Nightmare in Dreamland. There we go. Let me get another drink. Apologies. Okay. Oh, sorry, all this talking does make your throat dry out just a little bit. And then the week after is going to be a Legend of Zelda theme week, so that should be a lot of fun. I'll be playing, hopefully, Breath of the Wild, assuming I get a proper capture card that can record my Switch, because I do have a capture card, but unfortunately it's not compatible. So that's unfortunate. Maybe one day I can use it to stream from my N64 or something, but it's not compatible with the Nintendo Switch. But that's okay. At some point I will get a new one, and then I can actually stream stuff from my Switch. Sorry, it looked like one of the Joy-Cons was off of it, but it's not. It's all good. It's way over there. Don't worry about it. Because my original plan for this week was to play Pokemon Sword today in German, but the thing is that I can't capture the Switch. I can't. I don't have the right thing for it. So, ich bin lerning Deutsch. So, yeah. Which I do want to incorporate. That's why at the beginning I also said herzlich willkommen, warm welcome. Because I do want to also have some German viewers, because I am learning German. Ich bin Deutsch lernen. Ich bin Deutsch studieren. Actually, no, sorry. That word would be if I was going to an actual, like, college class or something. I'm not. I'm studying on my own. But, so learning, I guess, would be the right word. That's something that you guys will help me learn. Hopefully. Assuming I get an actual audience. And after this stream is over, I will do my best to start promoting things on various social media. Hopefully I'll have some kind of clips or something from this stream to work with, but that'll be something I check out tomorrow. Excuse me for not actually doing anything with the art at the moment. I just don't know what else to do, and so I'm talking instead. As we learn more about this and what all I can do, the streams will be a lot more interesting. But for right now, it's what I got. And this program seems pretty okay. It's a little... I don't know, I'm used to using like Paint Tool Psi, which I don't actually have because it's pirate technically, but I don't have it on this computer at all. I have Krita, I have Metabang, Paint Pro or whatever it's called, and I have Resprite, and also like Pixel, yeah, it's Pixel. But that's a web-based thing, so it's a little different. This is more robust. So I thought, why not? Blending, Pixel Perfect, Alpha Lock, Dither. I don't know what any of these things are. I know I should have probably prepared a little more so that I could properly use this software, but you know what? It's fine. I'll do a little bit more studying about this thing and see what all I can really do. And that way next week when we do Kirby, we can actually have a lot more fun with that. You know, like it's not great right now, but we'll have more fun with it as time goes on. Progress over perfection. I will say it's my life motto, and I absolutely agree with that. And we'll say that probably many times, because it absolutely is. Have a nice brown color. I guess we could make like a tree or something. I don't think that changed anything. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Just get like a darker green color going. And actually, let's make this darker so that it's, more obvious that it's shady. And let's take this and we're gonna make that a darker color. That way we can take this and shade that. Do that a little more for shading there. So feel free to help me come up with other weeks. Like, should we have a Harvest Moon week? Because I do have a few Harvest Moon games downloaded. Should we have a Final Fantasy week? That might be fun. Or maybe like, what are some other series? Like a Mario Kart week? Or just Mario week in general. We could do like a 2D Mario week and a 3D Mario week. Ooh. That would have to wait till I get the right capture card, but that'd be a lot of fun because I do have Super Mario 3D All-Stars. We could like make a whole week just out of that. We could have Monday be 64, and then Wednesday be Sunshine, and then Friday be Galaxy, and that could be a lot of fun too. And I can play those in German, all three of them if I wanted to, because that is based on a setting within the game itself. We could also do like an Animal Crossing week. Oh, maybe I'll mix like Animal Crossing and Harvest Moon into one week. We'll see. Like, hey, Life Simulator week. But, apologies, my mic was still up. Hopefully you can hear me a little better. I was talking about possibly doing a Harvest Moon / Animal Crossing week. Because I have a lot of games from a lot of different places. Or, in terms of like what series they're from. They were all downloaded off the same website actually, but what series they're from, it depends. So, how's that gonna turn out? I don't know. Sorry, now I'm just trying to shade other parts of this. Looks like garbage, but you know what? That's okay. It's pixel art. I'm learning. How many times have I said that? Honestly, somebody in chat or in comments, please count it and let me know, because I'd like to know how many times I've actually said that. I'm sure I can count it myself, but at the same time, do I want to watch the whole VOD just to pick out how many times I say I'm learning? Probably not. Though that could be kind of a funny clip, like, hey, look at how many times I say that. You want to learn with me? Then catch me next time on Workshop Wednesday streams. I don't know. That's the kind of stuff I have to kind of earn out on my own time, but I will be doing so, don't worry. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I'm putting a lot of thought and effort into this. I don't know if you can tell by the layouts and overlays, and even like the transition between screens and all that. Like, I put a lot of thought and time into this. Even my background, which is not super crazy right now, but eventually it's going to be a lot more cool. And that's going to be a lot of fun to do. And like I said, I'll have a better angle for the camera eventually. I just don't have a way to hold it up right now, except for literally leaning against my laptop screen. So if this isn't the most flattering angle, I apologize, but you know what? It works. It's tolerable. It'll work until I can get the means to do it properly. This does look quite interesting. And I will reveal the actual image of Jexta once it's finished. Right now it's in the base color stage, is the latest I've seen, which means it should be getting done pretty soon actually, because now they're just doing the rendering afterward, like the shading, the highlights, all that. And I did ask for like color pop shading, so like, you know, with these base colors of like this kind of raspberry hot pink and this kind of like seafoamy mint green are like the two big accent colors there, so I'm very excited to see how they choose to shade. I gave them lots of references. Like, I'm very thorough and detail oriented. I don't know if that's noticeable, but trust me, that's something you will see. So when I'm learning speedrunning and stuff, like, I will take some notes before I attempt it myself. That way I can look at it and be like, okay, this is what I'm doing for the speedrun. This is what trick I'm trying. This is blah blah blah, and all that good stuff. And one game I'd like to start speedrunning, which I know, like, I picked something very difficult, but Super Mario 64, but I need to play the game a bit first. I am quite noobish at the game because I've seen a lot of playthroughs. I have not played it myself, not really. So I'll need to practice a little on my own just to get basic controls down, like maneuvering Mario in general. I might try and like play the game and just beat it normally, just on my own time. That way I can learn and understand what everything is, like what each thing is. Sorry, since I'm not actually drawing, I've put the pen down for now. So, yeah, this is kind of turning into our Monday moments, in a sense, the way I'm talking the most of the time. But given how Monday stream you couldn't really hear me at all, I'd say that's probably okay. And we are coming up on an hour here, which I would like to do longer than an hour, but I am kind of running out of stuff to talk about. So, yeah. Presentation. So, I don't have the presentation up at this point, but apparently it's still a thing in my Streamlabs. Looking at my tablet, I'm using it as a controller for now, which it does not have a case, so it's not standing up, but I realize I don't need it to be standing up for me to use it the way I am right now, which is great, because that's very annoying. I'm gonna take another drink. And by the way, if anyone's curious, this is the Wacom tablet I'm using. Quite old. Excuse the cord management, that's just for my own sanity. With this little pen. I don't know if the drivers are up to date, so I don't know if it's doing pressure the way it would, I don't know. But you know what, that's fine. And also, as you can see, I'm wearing quite the sweatshirt today. It says Healer, and it has bunny ears on the hood that look like that. They have a cross on one side and then stripes on the other. It's one of my favorite sweatshirts. You'll see a lot of interesting clothes as I go through each stream. I'm using it as a chance to dress up a little bit as well. I did dress up more on Monday, but because it was kind of meant to be a chill stream today as well, I decided to, you know, dress up a little, dress down a little, you know, have it be a little more casual. So, yeah, I'm totally running out of things to talk about, so I really should probably wrap this up. And that gives me an hour to kind of view what's going on, maybe look at the actual video. So, yeah, I think that's probably all for now. So the arcade is now closing. I hope that everyone